DKG members have been talking about possible changes to regional conferences for a number of years. So let's take a look at the story behind proposed amendments to modify regional conferences and training for various leaders in the society. The challenge is to imagine a way to capture all that members love about regional conferences while also addressing their concerns about these biennial events. Proposed amendments to the Constitution can work to create such a win-win scenario. According to surveys done in 2013 and 2017, and to less formal input garnered along the way, members love the networking and friendships that evolve at regional conferences, as well as the ability to learn new things and visit new places. At the same time, they express ongoing concerns about the costs in time and money and the need for more professional sessions that fit with their overall professional and personal growth. Those who look to the specific needs of younger and newer members see a missed opportunity to engage them and ensure the future of DKG. International leaders and headquarters personnel love the sense of unity that regional conferences can create between and among all levels of the society. And they recognize that the Constitution defines the main purpose of the regional conferences as, quote, to provide educational workshops and leadership training and to disseminate information regarding the society, unquote. At the same time, they realize that regional conferences as currently structured can be cumbersome and costly, not only to members, but also to the society as a whole, and that the necessary training and dissemination of information can perhaps be accomplished more efficiently and effectively. Regions were designed to provide a convenient structure for activities and oversight. Based on feedback from members, the convenience and effectiveness of this arbitrary structure may have diminished. One might even argue that as our society has evolved, the structure has begun to outweigh the purpose. In other words, current language in the Constitution that provides detailed prescriptions for how, when, and by whom conferences are held may be locking us into structures that have outlived their efficiency and effectiveness. Just the simple use of the word shall creates inflexibility and serves as an impediment to the kind of agility that modern organizations need to survive. A simple amendment changing shall to may opens possibilities of new structures. Proposals related to the regional conferences revolve around the following key issues: replacement of the phrase regional conference with the phrase international conference. This language would retain the idea of a conference, but allow the possibility of organizing such conferences in a variety of ways, including by regions, paired regions, themes such as leadership, educational topics such as special education, and so forth. Other proposals relate to modification of groups to receive training at the conferences. The Communications and Publicity Committee has proposed the requirement for pre-conference training sessions be removed. Attendance has been low for such training, and the interests of editors and webmasters is primarily in sharing, which can be accomplished through a targeted breakout session. Because the functions for these positions are largely technical, the committee envisions training videos and online sessions as a stronger way to help editors and webmasters, particularly because committee members do not necessarily have the requisite skills to instruct in both areas. The Finance Committee, meanwhile, has proposed that treasurers receive a full day of training rather than a half day. They believe that working with presidents and membership personnel as a team is important, and they'd like to see a continuation of the team training piloted at the 2017 regional conferences. The current half-day allotment does not allow for both specific training and collaborative training. Fiscally, the cost for their additional half-day can be seen as a trade-off for the 2 half-day sessions of training that Communications and Publicity proposes to eliminate. Another proposal suggests removing the phrase preceding each conference. This is proposed in order to give flexibility for the timing of the training sessions. Some would argue that the current one-shot training sessions defy what we know is best practice in professional development. That is, that training needs to be ongoing and tailored to adult learners. Such quality professional development could extend beyond face-to-face to online modules and/or hybrid training courses. Note that the proposal to remove the phrase preceding each conference does not eliminate the requirement for training, but does allow flexibility in scheduling of that training. For example, it might be beneficial at some point to train all incoming state organization presidents at one time and place, such as at a single conference devoted to leadership. Overall, the proposals related to the regional conferences and training do not seek to take away these valuable times for members to interact and be trained. Rather, they work to relax the parameters within which such networking and training can occur, and they encourage flexibility in considering the who, when, and how of providing the most effective training possible.